everyone, you're watching John FX, and in this video I'll make technical analysis for the coming week. As usual, we will have a look at main pairs, important levels, possible entry points, and Bitcoin at the end of this video. This week I had actually a few trades, and they did work quite well. But the main picture is we still have the problem with Ukraine and Russia, right? Tensions, and US, of course. And all of this influencing the markets at this moment. So that's why pretty much there are not very big moves, except as expected with gold we had. So let's just have a quick look, because like I'm saying, it's not much we can do except just watching and listening what is happening. Again, this weekend, possible anything can happen. And so we'll be looking at technical view more, and of course bear in mind the effect of the situation with the war. So here dollar here, as you can see, guys, so I'm showing a bigger time frame. Last week we stopped around here, so it did create a double top previously, right? So the pair did actually move down a bit more this week, but then it had a jump back up. And stays in this uptrend, little uptrend channel. Okay, and but it didn't break more high. It didn't go like over 114. So it stayed all week below even like 113.90 something, like close to 114, but didn't go any further. So basically we will be looking at technical picture, right? So as you can see, it is an uptrend channel, but the pair didn't go through. It stays inside the channel and touches the support level. So in here is the situation where from here, of course, it can turn around, right? Because it's in the trend channel, and would maybe try to go back again and try to take the 114 level, right? So if it will create this double bottom, so that's quite a possibility from the technical perspective. But the dollar is also getting stronger, especially with the talks about the interest rate changing, rising in even in March, right? So in next month. So from that point of view, then it would be more looking towards actually breaking that channel and continue the way down, because the dollar should be getting stronger. So at this moment, so I'm still more stronger dollar compared to the other pairs pretty much. And with euro, I would say also from the other side, because we didn't break this area, right? So we didn't go higher, didn't take the highs up there. Then there's possibility that it can break and continue the way down, right? Taking that bottom, the pin, cover that, and continue even further down. And then who knows to where it would prefer to drop, right? So, and then we will see. So that's my view. So the one possibility that it might stay in this area a little bit before it will decide to make a move. And like again, the February now, if they will be talking about March, increasing the interest rate, so that's why it might just sit in here, and then if it will happen, then continue the way down. Maybe if the better situation with the war at this moment, it might try to actually go inside the trend channel and try to go back up. So at this moment it's pretty much nothing, to be honest. For the entry point for me, for example, of course this is the important area right now. So if it will be consolidating here, then I will be looking at possible entry points, and then we will see. For example, if I will see wherever it creates, for example, go back up, is a good, as you can see, it's quite alright to go for up. And of course if it will go down, taking this bottom, and who knows even further. So pretty much could be possible good area. Like I'm saying, again, maybe it will create a double bottom and turn around, but this is the area to look for as an entry point for me. So pound dollar. So pound dollar has a little bit better situation compared to euro because of stronger economy, right? They were saying about also they did increase interest rates previously, so that's why pound is a little bit stronger than euro. And even though, well, it's created double top previous week, just like I was saying, technically it did look like we have a double top, but you see this week it didn't go further down, it just went a little bit. but it stopped. So here got the support as a previous level around 135 in here, and you see from that it's jumped back to about 136 40 something. So at this moment this is more looking like a side like consolidation, right? A side move, no trend, because it didn't break the tops, and it didn't break exactly the bottom. We had a pin here, so that's why from here, for example, because of the uncertainty again, with everything's going on, and who knows, with increasing the dollar interest rates, then I still see pound to continue go back down again. But remember, I was telling you again the possibility that it might just stuck in this area before it decided to make a move, when it's a little bit would be more clear with all the situation what is going on right now. But at this moment, because it didn't go any further, my view, and you see it's created also double top in here, so that's why my expectation would be for pound to go lower this week, taking that pin, cover it, and who knows, stopping again 135, or maybe trying to break it and go below that pin, but possibly still stopped by this level. So I presume, again, if there will be war, there were already provocations, right, in the news, but still not Russians go into the Ukraine officially, so it's still in the middle of who knows what's going to happen. So that's why if it would happen, I still see it going more further. But this moment, like I'm saying, it might still stay inside this channel. So, but that's the expectation. But the entry point was pretty much done in here with the double top, you see here. So at this moment, it's just a bit of the waiting time for the next possibility to see how far it will go down. Who knows, maybe it will be trying to go back up with maybe positive news, anything can be, but at this moment my view, my picture is continuation of going back down. Dollar yen is also pretty much what we had from here, went up a little bit and then went down, so it's like not much of the moves. On the bigger picture, it does look like also double top in here. You see one top didn't break that top, so because of that, of course, the expectation will be more to continue the way down. And as the yen stronger because of the situation with Russia and Ukraine, so that's why I would have been more seeing it continue the way down. But at this moment I wouldn't go away. There is nothing really for me as an entry point, so that's just a little bit of the waiting time. Of course, at the same time, like I'm saying, with dollar yen is a little bit harder because of a bit stronger dollar, and yen is also possible strong because of the situation. So it could end up, if better situation, that dollar breaking this and actually trying to go back up again, because it does also look like a little bit a bullish flag, right? So that quite possibly can do something like this. But my more expectation would be that well, I don't think anything is going to be happening this weekend, but who knows? I mean, but I still think they will continue with all of this uncertainty for a while. Dollar Canadian also, my expectation was, well, with the uncertainty of course, but more that it looked like a little bit more the uptrend, not uptrend, but a pattern which looked like a little bit of a little bit bullish, but it had a move up, but then back down again, you see. And so right now it's also like no really trend, hard to say. It's also created here double bottom, so technically it's still looking more going up, because it didn't break the bottoms, didn't go further down, so is from that a possibility that it should continue up and take those stops at least, right? At least to go to next 128. But it's all again will depends what's happening with oil and who else, wherever else can be done, because technically at this moment is pretty much nothing except just that part of the double bottom creation, and right now it's pretty much nothing. So then so that entry point was here, and right now it's waiting time. What is it? It will continue, or is it will be trying to again go back back down again in a side move? So we see at this moment it's pretty much not doesn't move, but you see there's still a bit of this little triangle looking with the normal situation. I would have expected this to continue the way up, right? With today's situation. It might be again stopped by this possible level. Like I'm saying, it might try to go on 28 and then possibly go back down again, like slowly maybe moving the way it's continue to trying to move, because it is an uptrend channel. But with the situation at this moment, it's pretty much nothing. Just wait. Australian dollar, again, expectation, right? Didn't do much. The same, yeah. In this area, this pin tried to go back up a little bit, trying to get that pin. So as we can see here, also, right, that's moved a bit and then went up a little bit to get to that pin. Also created a bit of a double top, so that could have been a possible entry point. And looking from this again, with all the situation, possibility to continue the way down. But technically, as I was saying here, it would have really continued. We needed, like, for example, to continue to this area, break a little bit, taking that top a little bit, and go back and create us another bottom leg, let's say, right? And then because remember, guys, this is just a possible level where we would be expecting to have that next leg for it to actually trying to change the direction, because it's been going down for quite a while, right? So we're waiting for turning around, and at this moment it's also not giving anything, so just sits in this and obviously waiting for next news. Pound yen, the same situation, pretty much. Well, it's also looking like a double top creation on a bigger time frame, as you can see, which obviously a signal of more going down for sales, but you see this week is pretty much absolutely nothing. It was just uncertainty, complete uncertainty. It does look like a little bit of also a bearish flag, so would have been seeing more going down. So, and that's pretty much it. So could look at this as a possible of breaking out. It started to break out a little bit, but it's not very nice, is because so many of you see the pins, so much uncertainty. But technically it's more looking downwards because of the double tops, pins here that you see trying to go but not going. And so I would be looking more in here for it to go more down at this moment. Gold did, as pretty much expected, to continue the way up with all of this news. And you see it's broke previously our triangle, right? And actually it had a pullback and continued the way up. So at this moment, of course, once again with this situation, I would presume continue the way up. It had a little bit of slowing down with a little bit positivity. You see it went down a little bit, and then just that's what was also a pullback to the level is broke previous week. And now it's trying to get, stopped below 1900, and well, it kind of started to create a possible double top. So it might have, you know, if it creates a double top, then of course the expectation would be for it to go back down for correction. Maybe not very big correction, but it's a technically. But if with all of the situation again, of course, then I wouldn't be surprised for gold to break and continue the way up. So pretty much it could be a little bit of, don't have very good picture on the 1 hour chart, but in here a little bit of it, if nothing happens during the weekend. Oh, I think it will be on Monday, a holiday, I think it will be in America. But anyway, so we are just looking at this situation, possible a bit of consolidation. If there's nothing much of them on, will be on Monday, who knows, through this weekend, of course, then it could be a good possible entry point in here, of course, right now. So like I'm saying, if following the news, looking for possible continuation of the going up, and at the same time it could be way down. So I will be probably placing usual my orders both directions on with the distance a little bit up, distance a little bit low, and then see where it goes, because it's definitely going to have a good move. Gold moves quite well, and with now finally breaking out from this big triangle, a possible, but like I'm saying, if they will have good news and will come to the agreement, the gold will drop. It will be a huge drop, so that's why it could be a good moment, but I don't think it will be happening very soon. I think they will continue a little bit more with all of this, and I wouldn't be surprised. To be honest, I would probably, like you see here, I have about 2000, which is with this previous top. If you see we connect, it gives us a little bit of that channel, so that's why I will not be surprised to see if the gold will shoot, and possibly here to look at good sales. But once again, depends on what will be happening with the news, because it might shoot even much higher. Yes, I would be, I could have said, well, around this area could be because we need a bit of a correction, but gold is not like this. It might not correct for a while. So you see we had a really good move here before it started to go into this triangle. So you see it's about 22,000 points, which is about 2,000 something pips. And if we will look at this breakout point, and this is 1,600, which is 16,000. And if we go higher, that would be about this move, the previous move we had. Okay, so that's why it might reach there. But of course, at the same time, I'm looking at the bottom of the previous one, and as you can see, that's why 2000 could be the first where expectation of the gold if possible could go for a correction. But at the same time, not excluding if the war will start to happening for real, then going much higher, right? So a huge double top, and then opportunities to look for going for sales. As you can see here, previously also the gold moved like 38,000 points, right? So it's huge. And let's say the same if something like this from here, which is above the previous top. Okay, so like I'm saying, it depends how big the account is. Of course, the more higher the pair goes, the more you will be looking at opportunities to go for sale. Okay, so but if you, for example, go for sale, you wait for it to go back, but it might continue and further. You need to make sure you have enough on your account if you trade without the stops, of course, right? But yes, I would be not looking into the sales right at this moment, not as much, but possibly, like I was telling you, as going for just small trades. The possibility, yes, from here it can go for a bit of a correction, or if the positivity can drop dramatically straight away. So that's why I don't want to miss the opportunity. That's why I will be looking, of course, in here. And if we continue, that would be 2000, would be possibly the something second my price where to look for sale opportunities, and going a bit more high. So like, for example, this moment in this area, I would be looking at both directions, but the higher it goes, for example, next is 2000, maybe I will be looking just at sale opportunities, placing the orders to sell, and then if it goes higher, also looking at opportunities to sell even more higher from there. So that's my kind of view on the gold. And yeah, now we're going to oil. Oil actually had a bit of correction. You see, it had a bit of a drop this week. They had some news, if you follow it, talking about Iran and taking the sanctions, because you know that right now the sanctions on Iran, the oil, but they're talking something, the rumors about lifting the sanctions, and so possibly that moved oil a little bit lower this week. Of course, it needs already correction, because always when the pairs are going that far, it's at some point it's time for them to reverse, to turn around. So yes, it started to create a double top, but once again, it's created also here a little gap. So that's why pretty much it quite possibly can go first, close this gap, and then maybe create another little top, which could be head and shoulders, and then started to go a little bit more down. But like I'm saying, depends on all those rumors, if they will bring those rumors again, and with the situation around Russia, Ukraine. And so if there is nothing again, so of course I wouldn't be surprised for it to go up even higher. So I'm not trading oil right now, and I probably wouldn't be looking into going into the trades at this moment until something better. I mean, of course, what I would have been looking every time, not into buy at this moment, but looking at the moments where to look for sell opportunities. So that's why at this moment, for example, if it will go and close that gap, and then wherever they're going to be in the news, to see where it could be possible to place any orders, if there is anything else. I mean, yes, it does look like a double top, but at this moment it's very hard to believe in these patterns, because of every day, every moment, every few minutes. Any news can be, any rumors, and it all can change and turn around. So that's why at this moment I would have been just sitting and waiting to see what is going to continue happening. With Bitcoin, the situation pretty much also as expected. The pair stuck in between the two channels, trend channels. The one is an uptrend, remember, and the other one is a downtrend. And the expectation that pair might stuck in here a bit, right? Because it did go inside, which I said it's not very good that it did fall into it, but it still stays within the uptrend channel. So this pretty much the same. My situation opinion is like from the last week I did the video that the pair can stay in this area a little bit. It can create a double bottom, right, which would be a positive thing. If it will go down, create a double bottom and then turn around, then of course expectation would be to continue the way up. This would be a quite good signal, but at the same time, you see it might stuck a bit, go and actually break, and we still have this previous bottom, which is around, well, 29, well, let's say maybe 30. No, 30 is around here, but we still have those pins, so yeah, I would say probably about 29 could be the lowest. Well, 28, no, 29 more looking like it, right? Yeah, so quite easily can go down here and maybe even break it and then try to come back. I mean, it's all not going to be looking very positive, but it's still possible that it might do so and then still to go back and turn around and start it to go higher. But with better, of course, it would be if Bitcoin will stay inside this uptrend channel. That would be stronger for it to return, to try to go back up, compared to if it will actually try to break and go down further, because then who knows, it might go even further down because it will go back, make this good back inside the downtrend channel. So if will go down, it might, you know, go down and have a pullback. So the good thing would be here, see, if it will break, for example, down and then make pullback inside the channel again, so that would be quite good signal then to buy and wait for it to return. But if it will break and make a pullback but stays below that channel, right, below that level, the trend level, so I'm not making any price tags in here because it could be anything, then it's would be risk of Bitcoin to go even further down. Okay, so that's how it kind of works with the technical view. At this moment, it's still not too bad. I mean, yes, remember I was telling you that from here expectation was it might create the another bottom here, so like head and shoulders upside down. Unfortunately, I was telling you also it might create a double top, and that's exactly what's happened. You see, it's created a double top. So the good would have been if it would have go just down here and turn around, then it would be head and shoulders and quite a good signal to buy. But because it went down a little bit and then see went up again and created a double top, so that's the signal of going down, so more of continue the way down. That's why now we are concentrating. I will be looking at this, a possible creation, a double bottom. Okay, double bottom, and if it is, then a possible signal to buy again and continue inside our uptrend channel, and then this will be considered as a correction inside this uptrend channel. So that's kind of the view at this moment, guys. With all this uncertainties going on, be careful. If you have small trades or just trying to get into the beginner, just do it on a demo account, please, because I'm telling you, it can be very risky at this moment. So yes, be really careful. Well, I wish you all happy trading, guys, and I see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.